Aloha kako, what is up everyone? What's going on? What's happening? How you doing? How's your day going? Pehewai. It is winter break for my kids, so they are not in school, and yeah, just trying to keep them active, keep them on their chores, and keep my sanity is definitely been a challenge, but you know, I'm not rushing. I do this for enjoyment. I'm on here to just have a little bit of a breather mommy break, to kind of come to my space in order to connect with self and spirit, to hear whatever truth and deliver whatever messages need to be delivered. So I'm trying not to stress too hard on the balancing act. And yeah, with that being said, I first want to say mahalo for even being here and taking time out of your most likely busy day or evening to come and join me in this space for another Mindful Mirror Talk. Yeah. So while I have a moment, I can't be wasting, you know, time is of the essence, time is precious. I actually just finished doing my nails, and these ones are a little bit longer than the one I had in my last video. This is actually the last set that I had, but it was being stubborn and I couldn't take it off, so whatever, we're gonna have it until it pops off. But yeah, I was complaining about not being able to shuffle the cards well with my nails, and here I go putting on nails that are even longer than the last, so whatever. So I'm going to start off with the two decks I like to initiate my mirror talk sessions with, and I'm gonna be using the Angel Wishes and the Whispering Woods decks. So the question that's been on my mind, that I've been feeling, it's where do we go from here? We know that we're in new beginnings. We know that we're in fresh starts. We know that we're going through this portal energy into spaces unfamiliar and uncertain, but that are full of the abundance and the wealth and the wellness that we're seeking. Spaces that we desire to be in. That's like just beyond the river bend. Literally, I'm feeling, I don't know why that, it's like we're paddling our canoe. I just feel like we're almost there. And yeah, we got to go through some rough waters and maybe a challenging, harrowing course of action, diplomacy, of manifestation, but we're almost there. So yeah, I think that's why I just sang that. Just around the river bend. Where do we go from here, Spirit? Mahalo messages for today. For the people them. All right, first card that came out is, if in doubt, ask for inspiration from above. Well, that's what I'm doing. You got jokes today, huh? That's what I'm doing. Oh, we got three cards. I tell them that we have 3 cards. All right, so seeing a rainbow is a sign from your loved ones in spirit. Yes, and I've been seeing plenty rainbows lately. I just, you know, I don't really post everything that I take pictures of, but I have like so many pictures on my phone, and my kids are always like joking because they're like, your phone is so full of pictures and you don't even really do anything. You're always taking pictures. What for, Mom? But it just reminded me of the recent pictures that I've taken of the rainbows over the ocean, and just the simple joy that it brings as a reminder of hope and faith and trust in the divine, in your guides, in your ancestors, especially of those recently passed, which is just funny. We got this because I'm actually, let's see if you can, I'm actually wearing this, is it the right way? This cherry necklace, in remembrance of my sister Leilani, who passed away last year. She passed away July 30th. 2020, and her thing was she was always like cherried out. She loved the cherry emblems and design accents and whatnot. Why the fuck? Oh, that's why, because it's all tangled. Okay, let's get this right then, girl. But yeah, she loved anything cherry. She was similar to me in that aspect, but I'm more of a strawberry fan, so I was always like the strawberry accent. She was always the cherry accent. But yeah, it's been quite an up and down journey of grief in that aspect. And you know, we're almost 2 years apart, so I'm actually approaching my 35th birthday, and she passed shortly after her 35th birthday. So this whole year, this whole 34th rotation evolution of my life, has definitely been kind of like, I don't know, I've just been feeling a lot of emotions and a lot of like, I'm not really sure where I'm going with this, but I just know that I've had feelings where it's like, if I live past this 35th year of my life, I want to make the most. I want to continue to make the most of the life that I've been gifted more of, to honor the life that was cut too short from her body, from her physical essence. So I kind of can go into speeches when it comes to simple things, but yeah, when I saw that, seeing a rainbow, it's just like, sending a smile. Your animals in spirit are showering you with their love. Yes, I've been seeing so much, like when I'm driving, I've been in this space of just openness. I kind of talked about or mentioned it a little bit in my last video when I said I'm having this feeling like I'm feeling a lot of air energy. The air is like open. It's open space. It's the wind. It's just like flowing oxygen into the lungs and then exhaling, pushing out. This energy of air is moving and stirring the elements within and without. It also creates a space within yourself where you are open to receiving so many different messages from divine, but that is in the form of the synchronicities of seeing, your spirit animals or insects. And I've been seeing a lot of dragonflies, a lot of butterflies. When I said that, I was thinking your head's up in the clouds or your stomach's full of butterflies. It's a symbolism of the emotions, of the energies that are exchanged when you experience these transformative and enlightening messages. But anyway, yeah, I do definitely feel like a lot of us are in this space where we're seeing, hearing, feeling a lot from our animal guides. And then the last card is, you can do it. So this is a very clear message for anyone out there who might have been worried about like this stage, this phase of the collective pushes into new portal spaces, into new divine spaces within our lives, that we seek to be in, a more stable, more grounded, more firm foundational space is what we're looking for. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle this Whispering Woods. What other beginning messages can we look forward to today, Spirit? Ooh, okay, mahalo. Okay, give me the clarity. Nope, did one flip? Yes, one flipped. Mahalo, I'm going to stop there because it's 4 and 4. Again, I got to get better at like really keeping my shit organized as I go along. So teach. So a lot of us are in this this phase of teaching, of being the teachers, of being the guides, of being the leaders, the alakai. Inspire others and let nature be your greatest teacher. So also I'm sensing a lot of need to remember humility with this role of teaching. So we may be here like I am on this platform, or we may carry ourselves into spaces within our daily lives where a lot of people are viewing us as a teacher, as somebody that is knowledgeable spiritually, psychologically, intellectually, but who teaches us? And that's why it's saying go into nature. Nature is ultimately the manifestation of the creator in a physical form. It is the consciousness manifested into a physical presence that we can see and smell and taste and touch and hear and feel, right? We definitely need to make sure that we are plugged into source through nature. So the second card we got was transform. Emerge with beauty and grace from your cocoon. So I'm seeing butterfly, which is your transformation, obviously, but your cocoon, I've been feeling like a lot of people are in their cocoon space, in their tightly wound, tightly wrapped, tightly bound, submerged, introverted spaces. We're kind of needing to remember that when we finally emerge from our cave dwellings, our motherfucking holes that we be holed up in, when we finally emerge with a beauty and a grace that comes with the learning that was taught by the nature you're surrounding yourself with. And again, we're going through the night energy. The night is the darkness that surrounds us, but find comfort in the night, where the world switches off and the stars burn bright. So be guided in any space that you occupy, in any space that you must learn from, because there's always a lesson in those experiences. We just have to trust, and then trust in the opportunities that will arise from making it through the night. Unfurl like a fern, even without warm sunlight. So again, we got the night. So even without the sun, even without the encouragement from others, even without, the acknowledgements, the validations, whatever, that's external sources, true sources within. Trust that. And that will open up the opportunities that are yours, that are meant for you. And it'll do so without you needing to pull from external sources. So mahalo. I'm going to switch you guys to more of a downward angle if I can. Let's just see how it works. Yeah, I don't even know if that really changed up much. Maybe a little. You can see a little bit more of the spread. So teach, transform through the night opportunities. Yes. All right. Now I'm going to pull from the Isis. I'm really going straight gentle oracle. Well, not really super gentle, but I'm going oracle because this is for a lot of different people. So I want the messages to apply. And then we'll get into the more specific cards. So, mahalo. Any clarity, Spirit? Ooh, very, very clarifying. Okay, so Spirit gave us 44. Wings of Isis. You have a special spiritual relationship with the angelic worlds. Part of your soul purpose is to birth angelic consciousness and values such as fearlessness, compassion, and service into this human culture. This oracle also brings you angelic assistance, intervention, and confirmation too. You rise, hold yourself tall, understand, know who you are. And when we first started from the angelic wishes, we got, if in doubt, ask for inspiration from above. Seeing as a sign from your loved ones in spirit, your animals in spirit are showering you with their love, and all of this is essentially saying you are guided. Your path is clear. Your path is open. Believe that. Trust that. Know your purpose. That you have a special spiritual relationship with the divines. Don't forget that. This is the key of life. You see the Ankh. So, oh my God, this looks like Aliyah, and it's so funny because I just posted. Wow, look at all of this energy. Divine feminine energy. So I just posted a picture on Instagram of Aliyah. She's a Capricorn. I think she's like January 18th. But I posted it yesterday, which would have been the 22nd. And for some reason, the number 22 was sticking out. And I wasn't sure why. But it's because she died at 22. She died at the age of 22. I posted that picture December 22nd. And again, the 12/22/21 was the date. And I'm like, I don't even know why I posted. I think I just said something about Capricorn. 'Tis the season, Capricorn season, It's the beginning stages. It's the opening of new chapters, a new phase, right? So, and also, again, as I mentioned in my last video, I'm a Capricorn, so I've always identified, let me know when I feel what I feel. Sometimes it's hard to tell you so. You may not be in the mood to learn what you think you know. So the key of life, the Ankh, portends new life being born through you now. This new life being born in whatever form will enrich your life, bringing you more into wholeness and fulfillment. Do not give up on your creative destiny. Stay with it. You are flowing in the right direction, and you have spiritual support from the unseen worlds. Let it happen. I'm also feeling, so this is the rebirth stage. This is the portal pushes, essentially. This is knowing that newness will be born from you. This could also mean someone being physically pregnant, whether they know it or not. This is that fertile, feminine, eternal life force energy that I'm feeling. So whether it is physical or it is a psychological or a spiritual birth, we are evolving. We are reaching heights within ourselves, from ourselves, that we're pretty doubtful of. So we were doubting, and now we get in the message, the clear message that no, this birth will allow us to rise, to continue to reach our higher selves, our higher consciousness. This one is Serpent of Fire. Do not access your current ability based on past standards, as they no longer apply to you. You are stronger and more powerful now than you've been before. You need to learn afresh what you are capable of, and Isis helps you now. This is interesting because I was just thinking about like how enlightened I thought I used to be, but how much more awareness, how much more my spirit has expanded to receive the knowledge from divine now, more so than it had been in the past, more so than I had been open to receiving in the past. So yes, this is just reminders that you can't base what you're doing now on some old shit, some old standards, you know, your old ratchety self, you know. So Queen of Heaven, the last one in this pile. Queen of Heaven. The Queen of Heaven, the divine empress of the skies, acknowledges your feminine authority now as a man or a woman. You have a life path of spiritual leadership to bring qualities of mercy, compassion, and wisdom into the world. So I'm definitely hearing this is for definitely the collective, but more specifically, I'm putting messages out to other healers, to other visionaries, to other soul stars. Well, damn, kid. What? Please bear with me through these videos, as you'll probably see and hear, that I got quite a circus going on behind me. But anyway, it ain't that bad. I'm just making it like it is. But I really am appreciative and grateful for the life that's given to me every day and the time that I'm able to spend with them. So I'm going to show more gratitude and stop bitching because, you know. So the next 4 cards that we received. Wow. Divine Sunchild, blessings of the sun flow to you now. It is time to allow your life to flourish without limits, to let your light burn bright and without veil. Just like the midsummer sun burning without contest in the Egyptian desert, it is your time to shine bright. So now I remember what I was saying. This is a message for the healers. This is a message to remind other soul stars, other tribe members, other visionaries, divine spirits, not to give up, that this is a time that we are really cultivating the life and the light within ourselves to be able to be that lantern, that beacon, that motherfucking lighthouse, the motherfucking sun, not even just a little light. We talking boom, and out comes the motherfucking day, because bitch, truth is here. So this is definitely speaking to self and to you out there who's watching, who can identify and resonate with the energy of who you are. You know who the fuck you is. And you don't always have to be told, but this is a message for you to remind yourself, to remind lower self where the fuck you came from. The motherfucking sun is the source manifestation from source. Source energy. It's like the motherfucking heartbeat, or whatever body part it is that's manifested from God consciousness. It is a vital organ in the universal body that we exist in, the physical sense. Higher and lower selves here. Power over 7 Scorpions card. You are being initiated into the magic of conjuring so as to have power to affect lower vibrational forces. I'm telling you, this is a message for my high ones, my healers. So yes, you're being initiated into the magic of conjuring so as to have power to affect lower vibrational forces through your own will and spoken word. You're guided to use this powerful gift with compassion and discernment, with mercy and non-judgment. You can manage any toxicity in your life swiftly and with great effect. Mahalo, mahalo. Everything you seek is within. Flowers, I'm feeling cool. Flowers, energy, like that beauty, the delicacy of the beauty. But the journey that flower had to go through to even make it to the stage where we can admire the beauty of that flower. It's like that flower lies within us. And the journey it took to get from that seed all the way to that beautiful blossom, it's all in stages and phases. And at some point, you know, the flower starts to wilt or whatnot or wither, and it goes through another phase, another stage of resurrection. We just have to understand that is the ebb and tide. That is the flow of life. Not everything's going to stay and remain perfect for our egotistical convenience. But anyway, Lady of the Stars is the 3rd card. Sirius is a celestial goddess, a star of unconditional love and wisdom at an extremely high vibration. She brings deep and soul awakening, spiritual gifts, and a high capacity for divine service. She asks you to pay attention now because something significant is taking place at a spiritual level for you at this time. I feel like I'm just fucking reading these and you guys might be like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. This reading is a little off because you're not speaking like intuitively, but like it's in the fucking cards. Like Spirit's telling me, bitch, just read the cards. Don't be trying to add anything extra. Of course, I tend to as part of just going with the flow and being the open book. But literally, the book is telling me page by page that this is what the fuck is happening. Divine is literally speaking to the soul tribe or tribes that have a duty and a purpose to perpetuate, to reach out a hand. I reach out my hand to you. I'll have faith in all you do. Just call my name and I'll be there. You're here for a reason. You're here to reach out your hand and assist people. I'm hearing overthink. We overthink way too much. I'm overthinking. But we're here to essentially be the light that attracts the souls, the spirits who still have that little tiny seed, that little tiny spark of light within them, but they're searching for a plug-in. They're searching for a source energy. And that is why Lady of the Stars, Pillar of Light. Here's the last card. Pillar of fucking light. That's what we are. This one is knowing that we're being initiated into the magic of conjuring, manifesting, right? Of bringing in more love energy, more light energy to help assist, to be a source, to be a pillar, to charge up the piporem, to light the fires. You know, we had Queen of Heaven. This is just all fire, action, cards. I can't even, like, I'm just going to mix it up because this is all like oneness. This is all the people. This is all us. Look at how we stand. Look at this tribe that we are. This is you. Which one are you? Serpent of Fire? Right? Queen of Heaven? Carrying that eternal life force within you? The key of life? This is all of us because we're a pillar of light in union, in collaboration, in connection. When all of these plugins and then the pillars are plugged into each other, we are all one. Look who else we are. Lady of the Stars. Oh, I think I showed that one, but look at our higher selves. Divine masculine and feminine coming from sun source. We are sun children. Child of the sun. The sun is also a star. I was hearing that movie with Yara Shahidi, I think. Yeah, I believe that's her name. Also, Isis. Higher and lower selves. We're plugging ourselves in. Power, magic, pillar. This is like the plug. Mahalo. I'm going to ask for one more card from this deck. Leave us with one final word, Spirit. One final word for the people then. Proper burial for freedom. Resurrection, rebirth. Portal pushes, popping out into that new space of abundance. We will be born. We will guide your purpose. The pillar of light. Burn away all that is not light. Transform all into unconditional love. That is our purpose. That is our fucking journey. If you're here and you're watching this and you're listening and you're like, bitch, are you... Look, right now, I don't even know if I make sense because I'm literally just regurgitating what is coming in. And that's how it should be. I feel like we overanalyze, we overthink, we over fucking criticize and judge other people. Like, don't worry about anybody else but yourself and this present moment to receive truth. And if the truth that's coming to me is somehow, if I'm able to somehow articulate that in a way that you understand this message is for you, it resonates with the light beams within you, then connect to source as I connect to source. Plug ourselves in. Look at this tribe. This is the tribe. Moon tribe. So much uniqueness, but they need each other and each other's powers and mana. You, me, us, unity. And this is what it's saying. There is nothing to be gained and everything to be lost by trying to hold on to that which no longer serves us. Trying to resist the truth, trying to resist pushing out into newness. By letting go of what was, by letting go of the burdens, the stress, the fucking pains, emotionally, spiritually, physically, like holding on to that serves no purpose for our growth. It stagnates it, and in a sense it spiritually endangers us. You know, like when you're in the throes of birth and you're trying to hold back, release. I mean, obviously there's a point where a mother has to surrender to the death in order for birth, for more life to emerge. And so, as within, so without, as above, so below. This is the energy, the flow, the union. And letting go of that stage and that phase to be able to be born into the new spaces like I've been talking about, like I keep fucking saying in this video. It says it guides you now to release that which no longer needs to be a part of your life so that you may be free. Motherfucking free. I'm feeling like we've been holding back our powers, our mana, our kia'i energy, our guardian energy. We've been doubtful of self because of the things going on around us. But we have to understand that shit is just part of the physical experience. It's temporary inconveniences, pains, trauma that are there for you to grow and learn from. To not allow those things, those temporary triggers and traumas, darken or snuff your light within you. It is definitely a loud house right now. I apologize. I did have to tell my kids to try to keep it down a little bit just so I can kind of concentrate. It is what it is. It's hard at times, but gotta get it done because I feel like the message is so needed. I'm a hollow spirit, divine source, for allowing me to see this right now, to share it, because you guys are actually just seeing it. Honestly, I'm just sitting here playing around with my cards, and this is as much for me as it is for you. Healers need healing. We are not God. We are not the ultimate, but we are definitely a part of. We are definitely a light source of stars and moon and all the embodiments, the physical embodiments, the universal embodiments of the Most High. So to say that we aren't divine is not giving ourselves the recognition, but we also have to realize that the ultimate source from which we came is where our homage, where our honor, humility, love, patience, overstanding, where all the goodness within us, that warmth within us, that love that is the light within us, all of that is an offering to the Most High Source that gives us these gifts of understanding the truths that is the universe that we live in. To be in denial is just death, and not a death that you're learning from. It's just a repetitive, slow, continuous death when you don't learn from life and source and self. You are just experiencing tower moments, death card moments over and over and over again, and all the battles and all of the turmoil that comes with that. That is hell. That is ultimately what I associate to be hell, because you're doing that to yourself. You're creating that reality for you because you refuse to go to the light sources. First of all, it's already within you. So what did we say? Where do you have to go? Nature. Because nature is the manifestation, the physical manifestation of source energy, directly created by the creator. And that is what we're here to teach, to learn, to recognize within ourselves and in others. Inspire others and let nature be your greatest teacher before you can even fully connect with the love, the ultimate love that is divine source. You know, I could go on forever and ever, but I think honestly I'm going to pull a Gaia card, a Gaia tarot card, and one messenger, and then I'll call it an end. you know, the kids are outside and I'm hearing what's going on and I'm like, oh my gosh, should I stop this or not? But I'm going to keep going because honestly, I feel like they have to learn to manage without me for a minute. They also have to learn how to be communicative and how to be patient, how to interact with one another from respect. And if I keep playing coach or sergeant or nurse or therapist or all the roles that a mother has, right, to intervene, we got many hats. If we keep trying to go to their rescue, they won't learn how to really cope with the connections that we as people have to establish with one another, whether we like a certain thing about a person or not. So I know that's pretty basic, but it's like sometimes as moms, we have to realize that and not jump to, like I often do, intervening and mediating situations. So anyway, I'm going to pull one. So what can the healers of the collective look forward to as we end this very transformative year 2021 and go into continual, I want to say new, but it's not new. Everything is continual energy of newness, of light and abundance. What can us, we, you healers be shown for the end of this year? Mahalo. Damn. Okay, I already saw that one. I'm going to keep clarity and closure, please. Mahalo. Clarity and closure. Any more? No. Although these weren't turned over. So, oh my goodness. I'm going to have to close this out. But anyway, so what we got from the Gaia deck. Our death, our rebirth. This is where we're at, right? And then the masculine, feminine energy. This is essentially the balance. The first step past that rebirth and the last step into the rebirth is the balance, is the surrender to equate or to balance out the divine masculine and feminine energies. We won't be able to go forward into the birth, the resurrection, or even go backwards into holding ourselves in a space that isn't conducive and no longer serves us, right? We have to find that center within us. Divine masculine and divine feminine energies that lie within us are balanced. And that is where we see our capabilities, pushing it into action, certainty. So let me just look up this real quick. So this is, okay, 8 of Fire is action, change, transformation, transmutation, rebirth, freedom, renewed purpose. Symbolizes transformation through action, like I said. So yes, and this all comes together. The rebirth card, right? Balancing, harmonizing yourself, aligning with divine. And then our rebirth through the actions that we take. These are solid first steps out of the portal spaces of past life that doesn't serve us anymore. And then we have these cards, these 3 cards. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to read it from the bottom to the top card, because I feel like the bottom is the initial card. Is there competition here? 2 of Fire. Is there like a mirroring image, copycat, simulated? What is going on here? Let me read this. 2 of Fire. Okay, so 2 of Fire is about power sharing, mentorship, partnerships, equality, teamwork, mutual interests. Align yourself with another. This is collaboration, and this is connecting with, okay, I get it now. Connecting with our soul tribe, connecting with our people, connecting with each other, because how can we be the pillars of light that others can plug into to receive our teachings, right? How can we be the light sources if we are not willing to share, to collaborate, to accept, hell, to motherfucking acknowledge one another in partnership, in brotherhood, sisterhood, unity, with fellow teachers, right? The Two of Fire represents partnerships and aligning yourself with another who shares your goals and visions in order to make an idea a reality. Look at this fire energy, yeah? This is reminding me of like when we go to light our propane tank. I'm horrible. I don't know nothing about that. But like, I was shown that when you go to light the, what do you call it? The fucking, not the filament, the fucking burner or whatever the fuck it's called. It's slipping my mind right now. Economy, sorry. But I was thinking in partnership, in unity, in collaboration, in connectivity with others of like-mindedness or of like soul. You can't have like, you can't have this part right here to help spark the light, and you can't have the light right without the gas. Like there's different parts of this that makes it work, that makes the fucking light of truth work and be seen. So all the parts that are put into igniting that light come from the other fucking souls in the tribe, on earth, in this dimension and beyond. Like, you're not even alone in the physical. You are surrounded by guides. What does it say? Your loved ones in spirit, your animals in spirit, asking for inspiration from above, right? This is all our heavenly, divine, universal, fucking beyond the sight, physical sight guides. And so in the flesh, however, we also have to understand to not be in judgment of others, to not be so quick to, put yourself at a different level or a higher level. Damn, I swear to God, my kid keeps busting open my fucking bedroom door. Michael Myers up in this bitch fucking busting open doors and shit. Oh my gosh. Anyway, yeah, so anyway, this is basically collaboration of self with others like you, or even just collaboration with the divines too. Yeah. And then we have Four of Earth. So this is essentially us feeling like we got a lot of weight on our hands. We got a lot of weight on our shoulders, in a sense, to make everything work and to hold up this reality that you're creating. You're trying to like hold it up, right? And keep it together, to be the head cornerstone in a sense, right? Maybe you're the only one in your family, perhaps, that really is of truth and of reception to divine energy. I don't know if anyone else in your family really thinks or acts or talks, because again, we're talking about our healers, our light energies, sources that help lead and guide and teach and bring in others to the table of truth, right? But I'm feeling maybe you're getting a lot of gashes and fucking wounds and bruises and little minor injuries from the work that you do, from the truth that you spread. But this is a card of encouragement that just around the river bend, that again, just beyond your vision of what the future looks like lies the final picture, the final reality that becomes your reality, that is full of abundance and full of joy and harmony, right? Full of peace. So yes. And then the last card I'm gonna have to read from the book, this is Four of Air. All right, so Four of Air is about structure, routine, order, patterns, discipline, organization. Very scholarly energy, yeah? So the Four of Air symbolizes the importance of ordering your environment and giving your day structure, especially if you have specific goals or projects you wish to perform and complete. Routines are our daily habits, the things that we do on a daily basis, given structure and order. Following our routine moves us from one part of our day to the next. So again, ushering the time and the actions that we take within a day by organizing ourselves, by structuring, by creating routine and pattern for ourselves in this life. Establishing order in our environment, we also add to that sense of security. Okay, mahalo. I gotta move quickly because I feel like my kids is just being crazy. For overall clarity for the people for these last days of December 2021, what are we looking at for our finances, love, and wellness? Mahalo. Clarity. Mahalo. Okay, so Spirit wants us to see 3 cards. We're looking at let the emotions flow. So again, we had pulled the death card, yeah, over here. We pulled this death card, and then this balancing, harmonizing actions that we're taking. Sometimes though, because I'm hearing that there's a lot of us that might be like in birth. We're going through the rebirth. Some of us cry, some of us scream, some of us moan and groan, some of us grit, some of us like really pull the mana out. Like everybody reacts differently, but this is saying it's okay to let the emotions flow. This is a cleansing process. This is part of the process. Not everything's going to be fierce and warrior and divine masculine energy. This is an okay sign to tap in, tune into your Saturn energy, your emotional energy, because emotional energy really recognizing, acknowledging, or healing those emotions will create a flow possibly of tears. And that's okay, because that's part of the cleansing of the earth, the source, the nature, the natural energy that lies within you from source. It needs to be cleansed and cleared. Embrace the dark. So this fell together. So we might be upset, we might be crying. Maybe this reading or like something was triggered by something I said, or something seen by you today. Maybe you're in this space of really like being in your cave, lights down low, curtains drawn, really fucking just letting it out, and really in a dark space right now. But remember, we are the children, we are sun children, we are warriors of the stars. Like, we are of source energy. The love that is given by source to create us in a flesh, in a manifestation of flesh, to hold a light that is of him within us, is the reason to never give up. And maybe that'll help you in your dark stages to be able to see those pillars of light that is me and you and those around you. Maybe it'll create, the darkness will create enough of a space where there's no light noise from the daytime, right? The daytime energy, the sun energy. But you're seeing this darkness, and you're able to clearly see the stars. You're able to clearly see the sources of light that lie within the darkness. So this is a necessary stage of cleansing, of rebirth. Observe in silence. Observe in silence. Maybe I'm being watched. Maybe they're watching you. I don't know. But this is a time where we are really just here to be receptive to the lessons, to learn and observe in silence what is meant to be heard, not to be running around, just not to be running around and being overly verbose, being just, well, that's kind of redundant, but being superficially verbose. This is a time of healing for the healer, for everyday people. This is a time of, this is really an end. I feel like this is just synonymous with the end of the year. Even though I don't really celebrate it in this time frame, this is just very in sync with the fact that this is the end of the month that happens to be evolving into a new year. And right now our energy is definitely in moon rebirth energy. So we're building up to that new moon energy. This particular mirror talk felt a little weird because I'm trying a different angle, and this one just feels personal, and as well as like we're really gonna have to stop coming up with excuses why we keep ourselves in the same space every single day in and day out, when we know the garden that lies within us is being neglected, and we gotta water that bitch, and we gotta let that shit go and let it flow so that we can be resurrected. We can experience those tower moments, we can experience the fall, we can experience balancing ourselves and rising into our motherfucking power through the actions that we take, standing firm, knowing that no matter what comes at us, no matter what burdens weigh down on us, weigh upon us, that a new dawn, a new day, a new rise is just beyond the night. And that is where it leads us into our purpose of organizing ourselves so that we can be the leaders and the teachers and the healers of the collective. We all have a role to motherfucking play, yeah? These are just multifaceted areas of ourself, of one person, or this is collectively all of our roles that we play and that play into one another. Mahalo for that message. Mahalo for being here. If you're still here, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it seemed a little all over the place, but hopefully something resonated with you guys and you'll be able to kind of process and sit a little bit taller, a little bit stronger, a little bit more confidently today, and trust that the divine's got your motherfucking back, because you are worthy and you are of light. And don't you motherfucking forget it. Have that faith, have that trust that everything will be all right. So yes, mahalo for being here again, and I will see you in my next video. Love, light, and always aloha.